Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. A little bit later than everyone else, haven't got a clue why that is, probably about a week later, but I've got the next 4 issues of Eagle Moss's Build Your Own Delorean. Basically we're going to start with issue 4. Now I've heard all about issue 4. I know it's got the add-on of the Mr. Fusion, and obviously this is an optional thing that you can put on your desktop if you want to, but on your desktop, on your car later on. But I do understand that we've got a slight problem with springs in this issue. So let's just have a quick look through the magazine. This just telling us how it's going to go together, and I believe the nightmare bit I'm going to have is right up here, and I will fade this in when I actually get to this bit during the build, but this is pretty much what the magazine looks like. There you go, and this is what's coming next time on issue 5, which I've already got, so this video will probably follow that. Look, more springs. How's it going to go? Now, I've had a lot of people from other countries asking me, when are they going to do Build Your Own Delorean or Build Back to the Future Delorean in their country? Okay, do me a favour, if you look underneath this video, you'll see a description. If you click on the link on that, it's actually got a little bit that says register your interest in your country, and I'll show you on the screen here what that looks like. Give that a click, and obviously express your interest to say that you want it. Also, if you are living in the UK, or any of the territories where this is being distributed, then by all means, if you haven't subscribed, again, click that link and you'll be able to subscribe to this excellent Build Your Own series. Now, as you can see, I've finished this Millennium Falcon behind me. It's big, so I can't wait to get cracking on this DeLorean. Okay, issue 4. Let's hope I don't lose any springs. Okay, I've got a higgledy-piggledy mess here, and I've opened some stuff up, and I've had a look at things and stuff like that. But the first thing we're going to be working with is basically the reactor, which is this piece here and this yellow piece. We've got a sort of like indent in the middle of this piece here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera just there. And on the yellow piece here, we've got the same indent here, which means that we should be able to put this in this way round, which fits in fine, and if we turn it all the way around as we can, we should get quite a snug fit, just like that. So that's not coming out, I don't think. Just have a look. All the way around. Yeah, that is absolutely perfect. So that's the first piece in. That's all we have to do to start off with. But the next piece is we're going to be offering it to this unit here. Now, I think the best thing to do is if I turn this upside down, you've got 2 screw holes here. 1, 2, and we've also got this sort of like plastic knobbly bit here, and in this reactor sort of shielding, I suppose, or casing, lay reactor disc they call it on here, you've got one bigger hole compared to the other 2, so it's probably better to offer this to that rather than the other way around, otherwise things are going to get pretty messy. So anyway, as you can see from the picture, we're going to be offering this down, bigger hole into there, and getting this on here, which is going to be slightly difficult, I reckon. No, there we go, that's in. On the picture, it looks like this piece is yellow, but obviously it's not, it's black in here. And then we're going to screw it down. The screws they want us to use are the AP ones here. I've already taken 2 of these out from what I had last time. It does seem they are sending us spare screws, which is absolutely brilliant. But let's get this screwed in. 1, and 2. I'm not looking forward to these springs, I'm telling you. With the morning I've had today, we don't want that. But that's pretty much it. That's the next bit of the housing done. Okay, so what we're going to be doing next is we've got these 2 pieces over the top, and we're going to be using this plastic bit here. Again, in the picture it's yellow, but it's not actually yellow. This one's actually clear. That's going to be going, it is lipped, so it's going to be as if it's that way round. So we're going to be putting it in there. So theoretically we could make a little bit of a reservoir of water in there. But we're going to screw this down as well, and the screws we're going to be using for that are the AP again, so I'll have to get some out of this now. Trying to open these bags is a little bit of a nightmare. There we go. So, put the first one in. Yep. It's probably best to hold it in and then put it in. And of course, once one's in, I'm not going to tighten it. I'll put one in, put the next one in, and then we'll tighten it. Now, if you're not building the Back to the Future or the end of Back to the Future 1 model, or Back to the Future 2, I guess you're not going to have a need for this. I do like it, I have to say, but right, we're going to tighten these up. So there we go. So we've basically put the reactor lid on. We've put this to this section here. Now we've put this plasticky clear bit on the middle. That's step 4 on issue 4 done. Now step 5, we're basically putting this to one side, and we're going to be working on the Mr. Fusion reactor. So Mr. Fusion has two pieces here, as you can see, that way round. They're going to go together. Does anything? No, nothing has to go in between them, so they just clip together and they're going to be screwed. Now the screws, again, they're going to want us to use these APs. These smaller screws seem to go in everything, no problems at all. Now I have heard that people have a little bit of complaint with the paintwork on their Mr. Fusion, that it doesn't actually, all the writing's coming off and stuff like that. I don't know what to say to that, because as you can see, look, my one's absolutely perfect, both sides. So I guess you just got unlucky with that, but yeah, my one's absolutely fine. And I think it does help that I have got these issues later than everybody else, because it has prepared me for what's to come. But I'm definitely not going to get all 4 of these magazines done tonight, but I hope you appreciate just the number 4 here, because I wanted to tackle this just to see what the spring's like. Okay, so that's that bit together there. Pretty cool. I'm going to just put that there, because the next bit it wants us to use is these clear bits here. Now it can get confusing, because again, in the picture here of step 2 of the next bit of the Mr. Fusion, the piece looks grey, but obviously it's clear. So we've got a clear piece here. I'm going to stand that up so we can see what we're going to do. And we've got sort of like a, I don't know, is it a lid or something? I guess so, which is going to be going on the top. So it says, attach the transparent lid to the Mr. Fusion chamber component. Now it is directional. So it's got, again, a lip. I don't know if you can see that. We want it to fold over that way. So if I attach this, we're going to see if I can show you what it looks like. So it's flush to the top there. It follows sort of like the line of the top. We haven't got to glue that or anything. It hasn't said to glue. But it is very loose in there. But this piece then is going to go into here. Like so. Oh, it actually clips in, so it's not going to fall out. And that just clips in like that. There you go. Looks like one of the old soda streams, doesn't it? Is that what it is? Might be. I don't know. But there we go. That's that bit done. We've got a top to put on this now, which again is this clear piece here. And click the chamber lid into place on the top. So I don't know if this is directional, but I'm guessing we can just put it in because it's the same. Yeah, it just clicks straight in. There we go. Another transparent piece in the top, and that's that piece done. And that was step 3. We're still working on the Mr. Fusion chamber, and we're up to step 4 now. So we're going to take the first part of the hinge, which is this piece here, and they've got it upside down in the picture, and we're going to be offering it. Oh god, what's this then? Let's try. It's this piece here, I believe. Yes. Okay, we're going to be offering the hinge into this piece here. So basically we're going to be putting this in here like that, and a screw's going to be going through here, but I haven't got a clue what screw. It's going to be 2 APs by the look of it. Now there's a surprise. So that's going to fall out, of course it is, while I get the AP screw in. I will preload my screwdriver because this is going to be fiddly. We'll get that in there. This is where I need about 50 pairs of hands. I'm going to offer that to that. Once I've got one in and it stays, it's not going to be too much of a problem, but that's not going in. Oh, you guys love this now, don't you? I'm having problems. Make that out a bit more. The screw does stay in there quite good on its own, to be honest with you, so it's shouldn't be too bad getting this in. There we go. So we'll get the one in, and again, once one's in, I'm sure it's going to make things easier for the second one. I'm not going to put it all the way until that other screw's in. Now I don't think this needs to be too tight either. but we'll get this one in as well. Now they're saying in the instructions, make sure that this is positioned outwards, which it is on mine, so that's cool. Again, I'm not going to put this in too tight, but that is in. It's quite a nice comfy fit on that, so that looks like that, as you can see. And now we're going to be fit the black Mr. Fusion chamber to the hatch and fix into position. So we're going to be working on this little bit now. Again, the colour coding on these pictures, if you look at step 5 here on the screen, it says it's yellow. It does make things a little bit difficult. But we're going to be offering this to the top here. And as you can see, there's a little slot with a hole in there. I'm guessing that's what this is going to be going into, to make a little reactor sort of petrol cap type thing. And yes, once again, we're using another AP screw. One of the small ones. Now, I haven't lost one of these yet, so that's a good sign. So, again, we'll get that screwed in. This is going together absolutely brilliantly, I have to say. Absolutely brilliantly. So once that's on, as you can see, it opens and it closes. Opens and closes. And that's basically step 5 done. So, step 6. We're going to be mounting the Mr. Fusion top here to this section here. It can only go in one way, as you can see. If you look at the bottoms here, this is going to fit on there. And you just know they're going to want me to screw this in. And you just know that they're going to want me to use an AP screw. AP screw is definitely the screw of choice. Okay, I'm just looking at how this is going to fit in. Because at the moment, it's quite a loose fit, so I'm hoping when I do put this screw in, it's going to be, I'm going to have to mount this. It's going to hold it in a lot better because it's very wiggly in my hand at the moment. Right, let's put this in. This is where a magnetic screwdriver really does come in handy. Right, yeah, perfect. I'm going to screw that in quite tight so it fits. There you go. It does fit absolutely flush to that unit, both sides, you see. So, we've got the opening mechanism for the Mr. Fusion. That is absolutely cool. I do like that. Excellent. Okay, next thing. We're going to be working on these two little bits here. I'm just going to put that to one side. We've got a red piece and we've got a black piece. Now, the one it wants me to work for, believe it or not, is the red piece. But in the picture here of step 7A, it's grey. So remember, the grey bit is now red, and we're going to be offering it this black piece here, sort of like this. I don't know what it is. This little U-shaped. It's hard for you to see. It's so tiny. That little U-shaped thing there is going to be fitting into these two bits here. So it's going to be going in that way. And guess what? They don't want me to use AP screws anymore. We are now going to be using CP screws. Look, and they're even tinier. This is prepping me up. It's prepping me up for the springs. God, these are really tiny. These are. I better make sure my screwdriver fits them. Yep, just about. Okay, we're going to have to put this in the hole here. Oh my God, how tiny is this? This is going to be tricky. Nope. Oh, you see, now I see this as a challenge. A big challenge, especially when you throw your screwdriver on the floor. But I haven't lost any screws yet, touch wood. Right, let's try that again. So we know what it needs to do. We're going to want that in there like that. Once it's through the red, it should be fine, but I'm going to do it like a pencil. There you go. And again, once one's in, that's gone in fine. I think we have to put them in both sides. Yes, step 7B says both sides. So we'll put that in. See, magnetic screwdrivers, you'll be able to hold the screw like that, which makes it absolutely, well, should make it easier to put them in. And in this case, it has, thank God. Okay. Again, I'm not over tightening them, but that's basically that little bit in there. I'm just making sure it's definitely the right way round. Yep, it's looking good. It's another sort of hinge sort of thing, but that finishes step 7B. Now this is going back on this scene here. And I'm just trying to fit it actually goes into this bit that we've got here. Now how would that work? Let's have a look. So we're going to open this up and it's going to attach. Ah, right, I see. It's going to attach into here just like that. And we're going to be putting a screw in, which is an AP screw again, which is the bigger of the two, just through the one hole that we've got just in there. You can't really see it actually, it's between the black and the red, there is a hole. So I'm going to drop this hopelessly while I load my screwdriver up again. And now we know where it goes, because there is actually a dot in here which is going to help you keep this lined up. Let's get that in. Perfect. So once that's in, that's going to keep that still for us while we put this screw in. Oh, suddenly got the shakes. God, I can't have the shakes when we got the springs coming up, that's for sure. Okay, that's in as well. I'm guessing that's a lock, so we can put that bit down. There we go, and we lock it like that. So that's how that works. All locked down. Very good. Look at the size of that screw, it's tiny. That's the CP screws, I don't want to get them confused. Okay, so once that's in, we're going to be dealing with these springs. Now I'm guessing this thing is spring loaded, and I'm going to have a good close look at this section. So right, so in this section here, it's probably best to keep that bit perfectly straight to this section. Because what we're going to be doing is putting springs into here, and then we're going to be putting two of these really tiny CP screws into the top here and feeding them through. So the first challenge we're going to have is putting the spring actually in without losing them. The second challenge we're going to have is putting one of these tiny screws into the top. The spring should hopefully hold onto the little red lips that we've got on this bit here. But if we look at the size of the springs, they are tiny. Absolutely tiny. Let's get them on this mat here. Now I think the problem people have been having is where they've been fiddling about with it, they're springing off into all directions, which I can understand because look at the size of them. But I think I'm going to use tweezers for this, because my hands compared to those things there, look, are absolutely massive. So we'll keep this way up, and I'll pick a spring up and I'll try and feed it in there. See if that works. Right, the good news is the spring's in, but I'm going to do one spring at a time. The spring's actually on there, but it's not very stable at the moment. Can I hold that there? Is that going to balance? Yep, while I load this up. So I'm hoping when I put this little tiny CP thing in the top here, the spring's not going to jump out at me. But we shall see. Oops. Right, the screw fell out, but the spring's still in, thank God. I'm going to make a start on this, and then... Oh, that can't be good either. The spring's still in there. Okay, I'm going to just load this up. Right, that's loaded up. If I can make a start on this... Perfect. Now, that's probably the way to go, actually. If I get another CP and we'll make a start of the screws first. But, you know, not all the way through so that we can't, so they touch the springs, otherwise you're never going to get the springs in. So if I get this one in as well. Okay, we've done that. Now the problem I've got at the moment, just looking at the spring, it's actually a little bit back. I'm going to need a flat blade just to pull it out from the back a little bit. Just so that I can get this lined up with that. Oh, and it's come off. Now there's the problem with having magnets. Right, let's try and get this in again. Oh. Try with my fingers to see if that's easier. Oh, fingers, it works with my fingers. Right, can we get this on the screw? Obviously the screw's in there now. I need something that's not magnetic. Actually, my tweezers aren't magnetic, so let's just bring that up a bit. Right, I can see where everyone's having problems now, that's for sure. Right. So once this bit's in, just checking it out with a spring. We are. Haha. Just checking. That looks good. We've got one spring in. Right, let's try the other one. I just put that with my fingers a minute ago, so let's see if I can still do that again. Do I get lucky twice? I haven't lost one. Nope. Right. I will probably try this with the... I think this is the bit everyone was forwarding to. But I'm determined to do this without cutting it, so that you can see I'm not cheating. But, let's have a look. No, that's not in. I think it's I've got a light issue now as well. Come on, get out of there. Nope. Try my fingers again. Nope. Try my fingers again. They should put a difficulty rating. No. Oh wow. I might have to put a little bit more light onto the subject. Putting it over here just so I can actually see where I'm putting it. Weird how one just went in really easy and one didn't, but let's try and get that last one in. Come on, you little bugger. They're just pinging all over the place. Nope. Ah, there we go. Push it back a touch, under the lip. A bit more. Perfect. Right, let's see if we can get this in. I can feel it revolving around the spring. Now these springs don't actually look too strong. Yep, that one's in as well. So I can't really see if they're meant to be spring loading this bit, which I can see what it's doing. It's not doing a brilliant job, to be honest with you, at spring loading it. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but the spring is in there. And that's the two springs done. Yes! So, we've done that. That is a real fiddly detail bit that I don't think needed to be that fiddly. But, well, there you go. Two springs and our Mr. Fusion thingy. What next? Okay, next thing we're going to be putting this onto this unit here. How does this go? It's going to be going this way round, so the Mr. Fusion is pointing forwards on this bit here, and we're going to be putting this in with AP screws, so probably best to put it upside down so I can see where the holes are going to be. There we go. We'll get the AP screws, which I've got over here. Whoops, it fell out. Let's try that again. There we go. Let's get one of these screws in. As I said before, once one's in, oh, this isn't working right. Okay, what we're going to do is we'll offer What way round did I say it goes? That way round. Mr. Fusion front to that bit, yeah. Okay, so we're going to offer this into there first. Then we'll put this on. Oh, it's fiddly. Yes, alright, we've got one in. I'll keep it from revolving around too much until I get the second one in, which will be there. That's not in. You know it's in because you'll feel the screw starting to bite. At the moment, that screw ain't biting. It is now. Okay, that's 2 in. The last one is going to obviously be the easiest one if I don't keep dropping screws. And again. Get in there. See, I've spent this whole video rating how good the magnetic screwdrivers are, and now they're the bane of my life. So, give these all a tighten up. And last but not least, this one here. Sometimes it helps just to beat it like a pencil. There we go. There we go, that's on there. Have I still got springs? I've still got springs. So, that opens. I have to say, the springs don't really do anything. I really thought they would like ping that back, but I just don't think they're strong enough to push back up to make that happen. But anyway, there's springs in there, so I suppose if anything they could be for aesthetic reasons, who knows. But that is basically the Mr. Fusion section done of the Delorean. What do you think of that? Pretty cool, huh? So if I get you over there, look, there we go. You see the springs in that one? There you go. So a little bit bright on this one, but that was issue 4. Remember, if you want to subscribe to this yourself, then please click on the link below and you'll be able to take straight to the Eagle Moss site where you can do that. Other than that, we've got the next 4 or 3 issues to do, but I hope you enjoyed issue 4, and I didn't lose any springs. Take care.